So John Rel Casimero says he wants to destroy the monster. He's going monster hunting. John Rel Casimero, we all know. I don't know whether he's gone back to the Philippines or he's still stuck in Las Vegas. I think he's probably still stuck in Las Vegas, and he says he wants to get this boxing thing back and running. But I think he's gonna have to wait some time because in America, I don't know what the situation is now, but I know it was really bad in New York. America's really big, so there might be certain parts in America that are not experiencing a lot of coronavirus cases, whereas New York's really bad. I don't know whether it's gone past their peak and now the spike's not as high anymore and it's probably coming down, hopefully. Here in the UK, it's still really bad. We're getting nearly thousands of people dying every day. And maybe that might be the same in the US still. But the situation is not great, and I don't know, because what you got to understand is it's not just that when it goes past the peak and there's less casualties and people staying at home, because they're staying at home, the virus eventually there's not going to be that many people infected. However, it's the pressure on the health services as well. So at the minute, there's a lot of people in hospitals and stuff, and boxing's a dangerous sport. If just say, for example, there's a boxing show go on, someone gets really hurt, you're putting more pressure on we're here in the UK, the National Health Service, the NHS, and in America it would be the same, because right now the health service is experiencing high numbers of patients because of the coronavirus. So by putting a lot of further pressure on them by having boxing events, which could result in injured fighters, etc. At the minute, the health services need to be elsewhere, need to be treating more serious cases, with struggling with people that have been affected by this virus. So I think boxing's not going to come back anytime soon. I don't think. I think I'd be surprised if it comes. I think September, October, depending on what's going on right now, whether this clears up soon. But I don't think it's going to come back as quickly as what people think. I don't, because you got to realize is events like that, boxing, where people are gathering, unless they go behind closed doors, which I don't know they'll do, is going to spread the virus even further. So I'd like to think events, gyms, things that are not that important, right, are going to be the last things that they give the green light to, because at the end of the day, boxing matches aren't necessary. Yeah, they're necessary to boxers and stuff, but they're not. That's not that important. Now, schools and kids going to schools, that's very important. So I have a feeling that it's going to be a while since we come back. But getting back onto Inoue and Casimero, we know this is a massive fight. We know this is a fight that Casimero wants to prove himself, and I was really looking forward to this fight. I'm so gutted that this fight has been cancelled or postponed, because this fight would have probably happened. I think it would have happened. It was happening at the end of April, wasn't it? April 25th or something like that. I was really looking forward to it. Really, really looking forward to it. And all of a sudden, it's just everything's come to a halt. There were some big fights coming up. Big fights coming up. And unfortunately now, we're not having any of these big fights due to the situation we currently are in. But hopefully things get resolved in live boxing. I don't know when Casimero and Inoue has been rescheduled for, but I'd like to think maybe September or maybe near the end of summer, hopefully, and we get to see this fight, because it's a monster fight. One thing I will say, if boxing does resume in the fall, we may get a shed load of fights. However, there may be a lot of fights that are cancelled, and there may be big fights put on instead. So there may be a massive fight put on instead of, a fight that was meant to be, if that wasn't signed. Like for example, Billy Joe's situation with Canelo. Canelo might go straight into a fight with Golovkin, because Canelo just came out and recently said that a fight with Billy Joe wasn't signed. So I like to think Inoue and Casimero will go ahead, just because of the fact that I think Inoue and Casimero is a monster fight, and also they're two world champions as well. So it's a unification fight. So it's probably one of the biggest fights in the division. So I think it makes sense all around for the fight to go ahead. But what do you guys make of it? Casimero stating that he wants to destroy the monster. Do you think he will? Do you think he could pull off this upset? Do you think he can shock the world? Leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think, guys. And guys, remember to please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.